guys, welcome to Online Web Tutor. I am Sanjay. We are learning Level 8 Framework tutorial. This is our part number 74. Inside this video, we will continue model events concept, and inside this, we will see model events using Laravel event. This is the second approach. By the help of that, actually we can register our events to track the model status. If I back to editor, now in the last video, this is the model called device.php where we had registered all the model lifecycle events called creating, created, updating, updated, and many more. These are the things we had discussed inside last video. So is this the single method to register all the events inside a model file? No, it's not. We have several different approaches. So inside this video, we will see the second method. By the help of that, actually we can register our model events on that. So first of all, what I will do, I will cut this method what we had created inside last video. So I'm going to cut, go inside the slide, open a new tab and pasting it here. Now inside this model, we have only use factory and timestamps equals to false. Now inside this model, we don't have any model events. So in the next step, what I will do, inside every model inside Laravel, we have a protected variable called, here we have protected, and the variable called dispatches events. Now let's create that variable and it will be something dispatches events. Now here it is an array. Inside that array, we will register our model events. So what I will do, if I back to slide, let's say that for now we are going to pick this creating and created. So these are model events. So I will copy this creating, back to editor, putting a double quotes, and here it is creating. Now again, we are going to register, and the second, let's say for created. So if I copy, go here, pasting it here. This is all about the second model event what we had registered inside this dispatches events. Now when we create any data by using this model, so before create it will be fired and after create it will be fired. Now next we need to attach a callback event so that when these two events will be fired, then associated methods will be called. So what I will do, if I back to terminal, we need to create some Laravel events for that. So before creating any event, if I back to editor, go inside this app folder. Now inside this app folder, we don't have any folders like events. So when we create event via PHP Artisan, then our event will be event folder will be created, and all the events what we will register via terminal, it will be created inside that folder. If I back to terminal and let's close this development server, and when I type the command called PHP Artisan, now if we go inside make section, inside this make section, as we can see that we have a command to make an event called make event. It is going to create a new event class. So how can we use? If you open the help manual, simply type PHP Artisan help. Next we have the command called make event. Now when I press enter, as we can see that inside this syntax, we need to pass a name as an argument. This name is the name of the class. And also after passing this argument, we have several options while creating any event inside Laravel. So right now we are going to pass any options, only we will pass this argument. So let's create an event, and the first event we will create for this creating registered model event. So go here, and this is device model, and inside this device model we want to create an event for this creating. So go here, let's create an event. So PHP Artisan make event, and next we need to pass the event class name. So it is device, the name of the model. Next we have the model event name called device creating, and also I will add suffix as an event. So it is the command. If I copy the whole command what I typed, back to slide, open a new tab, pasting it here. So this is the command actually we are going to run: php artisan make event, and this is device creating event. Device is the model name. Here we have the model event name and event as a suffix. Back to terminal, pressing enter, and as we can see that event created successfully. So if I back to editor, reload this directory structure, and as we can see that inside this app we have a events folder. Inside this events folder we have the first event what we have created. So if I click on that, inside this we have the skeleton of this event file, and this is only for the skeleton of the event what we have created for the model event called creating. Now next we need to create another event with this created. So if we go inside this terminal, again if we type the same command, but this time instead of creating, this will be something created. Now if I press enter, and the second event we have created successfully. So if I back to editor, go and reload, so inside this events this is all about device created, and this is device creating. Now next what we have to do successfully, now we need to attach these events with these model events. So what I will do here, let's pass the namespace of all these events. So if we go for this creating, here is the event, and as we can see inside this we have the namespace as app events, and this is the class name. So if I copy this namespace, go here, app events, and inside this event we have called device. Now if I copy this class name, go here, pasting it here. So app events device means device creating event, and it's a class. So successfully now this event what we have created is now linked with this creating model event. Now next we need to bind this with this created. So namespace called app, next we have events, and inside this events folder if you go inside this file, copy the class name, go inside this model, here is the class name and it's a class. Now successfully inside this model file called device.php we have a protected variable called dispatches events. Inside this array we had registered two model events called creating, created some events using artisan command, and successfully linked these two event class files with these model events. Now next, when this model event will be fired called creating, so this file is going to call. So go inside device creating event, and inside this construct method, let's say we're going to log our some messages inside logger file. So first of all I will import the log module. So here it's log, go inside this construct, and let's say that log we will use this info method, and here let's say that event creating method is firing. Now here we have passed a simple static message. So if we save this change, now next when created event will be fired, then this file will be logged. So if we go inside this device created event, and again if we want to log for now, let's say a static message inside logger. So first of all let's import our log module, go inside this construct method, and let's log. We will use the info method, and next let's say device, or simply the same message we are going to copy, go here, pasting it here, and this time this is event created method is firing. Now let's add device as the model name in front of this messages. So if I copy, go here and pasting it here. Now successfully we had defined two events. These are model events, and when these two events will be fired, these files will be associated and their callbacks as construct method will run. Now next let's test all these changes what actually we had done with these model lifecycle events. So when I back to browser, go here, this is our CRUD operation what we had developed. Now we had attached two model events, that is creating and created. So when we create any data, so before creating, this creating event will be fired, and when we create data, so after created event will be fired. Go here, click on add device. So first of all, we need to start our development server. So PHP artisan serve, go and reload. So here we have the create method. Now next, what I will do, let's pass some dummy data here. So dummy name, let's say that this is a device, status is active, click on submit, and here we have some error, and error is that class app model app events means class not found, and I think we did a mistake here. While attaching this namespace, it is actually finding inside models folder as we can see here, but we need to go inside app directory. Instead of models folder, we need to look over inside app directory. So for that, we need to add a backward slash before this app name. So save all these changes, go and again reload this page, click on add device. Let's say that device 100. Next, let's say status is inactive, click on submit. Device has been created. So before creating and after create, we have two events fire called creating and created. For those two events, we have registered some log messages. So to check log messages, go inside this storage directory, inside logs. When we click on this laravel.log, so this is all about logging of error messages, what we had seen with the namespace. And at the footer inside this logger file, as we can see, device event creating method is firing, device event created method is firing. So successfully, as we can see that this is the second method. By the help of that, we had called two model events and their registered events. So in the next video, we will see some more different concept inside this Laravel model events. So for this video session guys, thank you for watching and have a great day.